Still on Eskom, the Association of Private Security Owners of South Africa and the African Security Congress welcomes the improvements at the power utility. Joining us now for more on this is the African Security Congress President, Tebogo Motloung. Good to have you, and thank you very much for your time. You welcome the progress. However, you are also raising a concern that needs to be addressed, and this is something that would have been revealed in Parliament in February, that close to 44,000 cases of theft and vandalism to infrastructure would have been reported since 2018 and 2023. What actually happened? What would have led to this rise in this criminality?
If I may greet you and the viewers at the home, you see, every time when these issues are being raised, to somebody it sounds like a hullabaloo somewhere there, thinking that maybe we're trying to make unnecessary noise, where else that's not the case. We welcome what the minister has said in addressing this rollout breakout plan. But unfortunately, we also have to raise our issues and our concerns with regards to what is happening with Eskom. We in the harshest manner, as African Security Congress, we condemn the targeting and unfair treatment of black-owned companies at Eskom. You see, what is happening there is that the institution keeps on targeting these black-owned companies that are providing security services there, of which we believe as an organization that if these companies are being given fair chance and fair capacity to operate in protecting all these utilities, such theft and things that are happening there will not be happening. But because now the utility, it's the Eskom utility itself, it keeps on promoting these tendencies that we're trying to deal away with within the utility itself. They keep on promoting this white monopoly capitalism. Last year in June, we raised a concern about that, to say Eskom is awarding contracts to companies which are white, unfairly so, and to do what we don't know, because there's still things that are happening that are wrong. There's still criminal activities that are happening there. There's still vandalism that is happening there. And you don't know to what extent these contracts that are being contracted to them at this huge amount. I mean, last year we had the mass action there, which resulted into the head of security, Karen Pillay, being suspended, which is to our surprise again this year that after 10 months, she's still on a paid suspension.
Yeah.
But you find out that with the corruption allegations that have been raised within the utility, companies that are supposed to be brought into a bookie for that, they are not being brought just because they are white-owned. Yeah. But today you learn that Eskom is attempting to terminate contracts from these black-owned companies. I mean, with all the vandalism and the theft that is happening there,
yeah.
How are they going to manage?
So Tebogo, you raised this issue. I remember you were marching. We spoke to you, and the answer from Eskom has always been the appointment of that security company was in line with Eskom procurement procedures and National Treasury directives for emergency procurement and so on and so forth. And they said everything was above board in terms of price, in terms of what they're offering. And that has not been challenged.
Unfortunately, it has not been challenged. If this was challenged, I mean, the fact that Karen Pillay was suspended, it proves that these allegations are true. Now, the fact that fidelity has not been challenged, it means there's something that is happening there. There's favoritism that is happening there. Or, at large, Eskom is afraid of confronting the white-owned companies. And all this is due to the fact that Eskom is busy promoting this white monopoly capitalism. this institution, it's failing to protect its own premises. It's failing to protect its own laws that they put in practicality to actually allow companies to render services.
Yeah.
Now, they are trying by all level means that all these black companies must be eliminated from the institution, and they only want to work with white-owned companies. Unfortunately, it's how we see it as African Security Congress, because with the allegations brought forward against Fidelity and Pathmark, they are not opening any investigation against them. But we hear right now that they've actually attempted to terminate contracts from black-owned companies pending investigation and fraud, corruption allegations.
Is there a continuation of sabotaging of infrastructure there by, I suppose, disgruntled service providers who were not successful in that contract?
Well, unfortunately, we can't comment on that because we would not know. But what we can say is that if Eskom could give all companies, most especially the black companies that are there, a fair chance to operate and actually trust them in their operation, we don't believe that all these things that are happening, the criminal activities that are happening there, will be there. If Eskom should cease from trusting only white-owned and run companies, but rather make sure that all security stakeholders that are there, they join forces together in order to combat this corruption that is happening there and crime that is happening there. As to what level the sabotage is happening, I believe that if they work together, that could be identified, and that will be titled, because nobody will be working on the other side trying to work against each other.
All right. Tebogo, appreciate your time. Thanks so much.